everybody, welcome back to PadfootTD Games. My name is Zach. I am the voice behind the icon. We are back here in American Truck Simulator. We are going to be going down to Philadelphia, which we are going to call Pocono Raceway for the Camping World Truck Series time trial this week. This is the last one of the season, so we're feeling quite confident. We are just coming off of a win. We just got back with the truck. We loaded it up, and we're ready to hit the road once again. So without further ado, let's just hit the road and we'll start talking once we're on the road. Should be a nice quick jaunt down there. About 8 hours, so it's gonna be less than a half an hour, so that's nice. Not necessarily in a hurry. I usually would go slower through the yard, but I think we're getting better at it, even though I hit that coming out last time with the modified trailer. There's a live stream tonight of all kinds of American Truck Sim NASCAR style. I believe our nose is sticking out, so this guy's gonna let us go. Maybe, yes, no, maybe so. He's gonna go deathly slow by us. Thank you, thank you, thank you for holding that up. Appreciate it. That's a huge line of traffic. Let's flip off those flashers. Maybe people go a little bit faster by. Wait for this ram. There we go. Get enough to swing out. Perfect. But I hope everybody's doing good. For those of you out here on Twitch, welcome. Thank you guys for sticking with us from the last stream. It is Friday evening, so we're feeling pretty good. Getting ready for the weekend. Wish I had a drink in here. I do not. That's definitely my mistake. We have been driving a lot of truck today. We have been driving to and from and everything, getting ready for our final week of time trials in our 5 main divisions, and of course driving the trucks for all 3 of our main divisions that we like to focus on. Kind of whipped it out of there. That's my mistake. Not very realistic to do so. As we come on down to the stop sign, let's get on that outside view. Looks so good. I had a lot of people ask me about Bad Frog Racing on the side. That's not what we call it. We call it Starline Racing. I just happened to see this icon out online. It does belong to somebody else. It's a little frog giving the middle finger. I couldn't not have it on there, to be honest, because my nickname's been Frog since I was a kid, so can't help it. Okay, sorry, kind of got a little distracted. I got a message from somebody who I work with. Just got a text from them about whether they can put an extension cord into an AC unit. Kind of depends on the kind of AC, how new it is. Never usually a good idea, but if you have an outdoor quality extension cord, they should be okay. You need something that's heavy duty, you can resist. Something I'm just realizing is we have 707 miles of fuel. Oh boy. Okay, the distance is only 346. Okay, we got enough. I'm starting to have panics of, oh boy, I didn't get us any gas before we left, but it's gonna be fine. Like I said, it is a pretty short trip when you think of it. You know, when we're used to going down to like North Carolina, South Carolina, Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania, that's easy for us. That's why we're throwing it into this stream. We'll be doing this, and then we're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm really excited about this one. We're going to do a little bit of BeamNG this evening as well, before I go down and spend the rest of the evening with Danielle, the missus, just to enjoy our Friday night together. It's funny, I had somebody try calling me out like, oh, you're not married. I'm like, yeah, that's the female voice. I don't have that kind of ventriloquy skill to be able to do that in our House Flipper series, so sorry on you. Now, I do have a wife, and she is real. She's a 5'2" blonde bundle of love, and I love her very much. Where was I going with this? There's a tangent here. Oh, I had somebody kind of calling out, like, well, if you do have a wife, then why are you sitting here playing games all the time, yada yada. Because, believe it or not, she has what she likes to do, and I have what I like to do. Wow. We have different things that make us happy from time to time, and playing these games, these simulators, is what I love to do, and she reads Not Always Right, she watches Grey's Anatomy, she's got plenty of things to keep herself entertained. I'm not always in my room here, in my office, recording. We spend massive amounts of time together, and that's why I'm glad we've been doing that series together. And we're planning to do more. And House was Flipper, we just bought our first house, so we're excited to see how that's going to play out. Yet again, if you're watching this on YouTube, I do apologize if you're hearing extra noise coming through. I had to put a fan in here because it is getting quite toasty up here in New England. And with an old house, it either stays really cold or really hot. Today it decided to stay really hot, so the dogs are fine. They had AC throughout the house, but in my office, since I keep the door closed because of all the electronics and everything, it got quite toasty. So I had to have a fan in here. Plus, I'm a bigger guy. Not by choice. Like, I don't know. I like food, but I'm not going to say overly fat. I'd say I'm chunky. Go with that. So, a little warm. But it's Friday, and it's also for the school that I work at. It was the last day for faculty. The students left last Wednesday and Thursday. The seniors graduated last Sunday, and we had 1 week of meetings. We always call it June camp, regardless if it goes in June or not. And we had just finished today. I literally only had to go in for a half an hour today, and bam, I am done for 3 months. So I got a couple side projects I'm doing, obviously. Keep myself sane, as well as doing some YouTube and some working out. Hopefully learn to play golf, playing tennis with the wife. You know, as it were, white people things, I guess. Somebody used to say that the other day, and I was like, really? Anybody can play tennis and anybody can play golf. I wouldn't call it a white people thing. It's just, I was teased when somebody had said that. I was like, really? It's the world that we live in, I'm telling you. But we're coming up on Providence, enough complaining from my mouth. We're going to be getting into that 55-mile-an-hour zone. That's how you always know we're in Providence. It's also when you also know we're home. It's kind of like if you're on a road trip and you always get to that one spot where you're like, that's it. I know I'm almost home if I see this. There used to be a building in Springfield, Massachusetts when we'd be coming home from the airport or a trip or something. It was always, it said USA on top, and it was painted red, white, and blue, and it was lit from the back, so it was nice, bright, lit up. It was there after 9/11. And that's how I knew we were almost home. So here, when the speed limit switches to 55, I know we're almost home. Don't know why it's only 55, but we respect it. Let's get back up to 65 and let's continue on the road. We're only 5.5 hours away. This is going to be a short one, guys. "66 miles an hour, and we're a daredevil." That pony needs a friend. Every day we drive by, he's always out there by himself. I wish I had a horse. We don't own our house, so it'd be a lot for me to convince him to let us get one, but I don't know. I've always wanted to ride a horse. I feel like it'd be outside more. You know, a pet that's required to be outside. Sorry, I happened to get a message, something about free at Friendly's, and I was like, what? Food? More ice cream. I love Friendly's ice cream. Not overly special, but it's nice to be able to have some, like a hot fudge sundae. You know, it's something I don't make at home. Oh, as well, just because I'm going by this Coca-Cola truck, one of our cars and always on the side of our truck, as you can see, we're always sponsored by Coke Zero. Why? Because I love Coke Zero. I love the taste, I love everything about it. The black can is so aesthetically pleasing. I just love it. So I'm a big fan of Coke Zero. But also in the Coca-Cola chain, Dr. Pepper. I do need to make a quick shout out to Dr. Pepper. I don't know what contest we had entered or what. I don't remember. Maybe it's just buying the Dr. Pepper. We got 4 free tickets to see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom when it comes out on June 22nd. I'm tickled to death. I'm so excited to see this movie. I'm going to see it like 3 or 4 times. So, one time for free? Thank you, Dr. Pepper. I appreciate it. Plus, also, I am a fan of the Dr. Pepper. I'm more of a fan of Diet Dr. Pepper. Too much fizz is just meh, not my thing. Like, I drink carbonated water every day, but I will flatten the water before I drink it. I'm a very strange person, and I understand that. But thank you guys over there in the chat. I am watching your chat going back and forth. I do wish that they would add more to American Truck Sim. The mod world has been taking care of it, though. That's the thing. Don't want to spend the money for the rights. You know, SCS doesn't want to spend the money for the rights of new trucks when people are just going to mod them for free. It doesn't cost them anything, etc. They're more focused on maps, which I appreciate. We're eventually going to do a complete overhaul of the game and get all the expansion packs. I think that's going to be more towards December. I said that I'd wait until they went up to Seattle, up into Washington, before I bought the expansion packs. And the reason why is because right now we do have Coast to Coast, the map mod on, and I feel like if I update it, I'm going to lose all of the garages we've worked for, which means not a lot. It just means that we have to drive all the way back out from California to New Hampshire to rebuy that, so I don't look forward to it, but we'll survive, right? I'm also not excited that, you know, it might cause a complete overhaul of the game, and by doing that we might lose our mileage on our trucks. We won't lose our skins. That's something that I've created and that I have hard copies of, but you know, we've got a truck that's got 22,000 miles on it, 17,000 miles on it. This one's got 6,000 miles on it. You know, these are amazing little markers to let us know how much progress we're making. But I also kind of want that DLC, so you kind of got to eat it and just be like, yep, we got new trucks this year. They look exactly like the last one. I don't know, it's a fine balance of whatever you want to do. Oh yeah, I think they'll definitely do Washington. I think they're going to finish that whole West Coast upward and then just start working east. My hope eventually is that they'll have all 50 states. That is an astronomical amount of work, and that is a long, long time for a game franchiser to be making content. You know what I mean? That's just a long time. And I think American Truck Sim is great, and I think it's popular. I just don't know if it's got that much popularity where it could survive that long. Which is why I love the Coast to Coast mod. Yes, looking aside right now, what do we see? Trees. Sometimes we just see desert. But I'm able to be on the other side of the country, and that means the most to me. What would be the state that I look most forward to? Well, kind of given I'd love to see New Hampshire done. But I would have to say I would love to see Texas done, because it's so big. So many towns and cities that are in it. I also would love to see Florida done, including the Keys. I think that would be amazing. Now here, the thing, Coast to Coast, the mod that we have here, it does go all the way down to Key West. We'll take a trip eventually that goes all the way down there. It's beautiful. They detailed the bridges perfectly, in my personal opinion. We'll definitely do it. I wonder, can we see our reflection in this bus as we go by? No, not really. Just something I was curious about. Alright. Being aware that we have not taken a screenshot yet for this truck, for this trip, so we are going to have to do that shortly. Wondering if something creative, you know what I mean? I want them all to be the same. Coming up on New York. Got what, about 3 hours left? Yep. 2 hours and 45 minutes left. Or if you do the math, that comes out to about 8 minutes. I did it before. If we're going 65 or 70, it's about 3 minutes for an hour. 3 real-life minutes for an hour in game. So you gotta... I use that to figure out how long some of the streams are gonna be. But tonight we've been streaming for 1 hour and 7 minutes, which is almost a new record for us. I'm gonna take a screenshot right here. I'll be right back with you all. Alright, we're back. Sorry that I have to jump out every once in a while. It's just better than seeing a random cut, in my personal opinion. So, just want to let you guys know. If you're annoyed about it, let me know in the comments below. Love feedback, just to make these things just a little bit better. I am working on more digital software, you know, editing-wise. Right now I use Lightworks, which I love, but putting a transition is quite difficult. I heard that Adobe Premiere is a little bit better. Welcome to New Jersey. Beep beep. I am working on something to make those a little bit more crisp in some of the videos that we do. But right now I think it's working well. You know, this is a hobby. If we eventually get a little bit more of a quote-unquote fan base, use that very loosely, we will, shouldn't I be getting off this exit? I'm gonna pop out to the map, be right back. I mean, I guess we could have. We can go this way too. Do we want to be adventurous? No. I mean, I want to be, but we won't. We'll go the way it says. We'll continue on 95. Whoop. I almost fell out of my chair. Oh boy. I'm gonna get up and stretch soon. Sitting too long is bad for you. Get up and stretch every once in a while. If you can have a stand-up desk doing whatever you do, do it. Highly suggest it. I don't have one, but I'm just saying I suggest it. Too many scary things about blood clots. A lot of things that can kill you in this world, so you can try to prevent it. I'd love to see you guys around more. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry, I had a phone call that could not wait, and just had to make sure that I answered that. Always answer a phone call when your mom calls. Period. You never know if it's going to be good, you never know if it's going to be bad. This one was just a friendly conversation. Hey, how you doing? But always answer it. That one time you don't answer it, it's going to be something more serious. Little life advice from Zach. Oh, we're almost there. Of course, this will be much shorter on YouTube, so those of you over in the chat who did stay around, I do appreciate it. Sorry about that kind of quick exit. I just don't want to not answer it sometime and have something much more serious. We're literally less than an hour away now. Well, less than an hour and a half. Still, that's like 4 minutes. So, we got this. And we were able to do it on not having to fill up on gas. We technically get back with this much gas. I don't know if we'll risk it, but it is a possibility. See, it's now 7:30. Yeah, I think we can get BeamNG in after this. So, for those of you who are here in the chat, while we finish this one up, if you want to stick around for the taping of the next BeamNG video, feel free to stick around. It's going to be a good one. I can tell. Coors Light going through reminds me instantly, every time I see a Coors Light truck on the road, just reminds me of Smokey and the Bandit. Great movie, love that movie, love that car. Don't know if I'd ever own one. I think it's just more something that looks nice. Brain's playing tricks on me. I feel like I hear footsteps. It's a spooky ghost. Gonna have to call BuzzFeed and have them send out Ryan and Shane. Now, luckily we haven't had any spooky instances in this house. It is an older house where you think that kind of stuff would happen. We've been lucky though. Alright, since Philadelphia's right there, we're gonna back on over here. We'll take full control of it now. We'll just flip off the cruise control. Just because I know the exit will be coming up. Is it really at the top of the mountain? Did we get over here way too early? Oh, we might have. Well, poo on that. Don't need to speed. It's right up here. No, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm like, maybe we can get in front of that Land Rover. Yeah, especially with this hill. Now, we're in a good spot right here. I'm not going crazy. I'm definitely hearing footsteps moving around out there. The missus is home, so it's not like anything crazy's going on. Come on, truck. You can make it up this hill. Not us, of course, Ham. Alright, coast down the hill, make sure we got enough brakes. Just trying to get some more outside shots of the truck. Gotta cut that one. As we pull into Philadelphia, I wish we could have Pocono Mountains. Just even for the view. But we're about to come into Pennsylvania, and they welcome us with open arms. We were here just 2 weeks ago for the K&N Pro Series at Pocono. We did not do the best, but that was the first time on this track. We're actually going to be on the new Pocono that's on iRacing, which means we got to buy it. Go figure. But that's being what's requested of us, so we will be getting that, and you guys won't even need to worry. Tomorrow, I do plan for us to go into our last truck driving delivery to South Boston with the K&N Series. I'm not even going to say where I think it is because I just don't remember where South Boston is. I always thought it was somewhere in Massachusetts, like literally South Boston, Massachusetts. Nope. It's like North Carolina or something. I know, I just said I wasn't going to do it. Oh, I'm so bad at that. Yeah, alright. Heading down this cul-de-sac. I'd be so happy if I lived in this neighborhood and I saw this go by. Giant rig coming through. Looks like we're going to be going actually up to that FedEx depot up here. There's only 2 spots that I could deliver to in this town, so... I think it says FedEx right up here. I think it's actually technically this road. That it is. And like that, we're pulling into our destination. We will stop. I need to get those lug nuts changed. Not reverse. Alright. Yep, there it is. Flip on those flashers since we're coming in big. Just try to watch that wall. Hi, Nug. Ella has now come to join us. Why are you upstairs? That might have been the feet we were hearing, not the missus, but the nugget. Alright, we want to make this nice and flat. Nice and straight. Oh my goodness. And you can tell you've been in front of a computer too long. Simple vocabulary mistakes. It's gonna pop out of nowhere and be like, you're fine right there. There it is. Trailer brake and drop that trailer. All right, excellent as always. I'd love to say as always. We're bringing, maybe it was this one back or the K&N, I can't remember. We ran into a telephone pole at a motel. It was bad, but we drove a total distance of 352 miles. It took us 6 hours and 2 minutes, 53.4 gallons of fuel. Glad I'm not the one paying for that. And we're gonna pop it. Hi, Ella. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for coming out for this one. Thank you those of you on Twitch for sitting through some of these weird delays that had to come up during this one. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's PadfootTD on Twitch, PadfootTD Space Games on YouTube, and it's PadfootTD Games on Instagram if you want to see cute puppies like this little Ella that is sitting right next to me. I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!